Hello, members of the viewing audience. Thank you for joining me once again for a new episode of Written Wednesday. It's a quiet night to want to start with. We have Sush here, who apparently has become the most powerful of Metabots. So until she runs off to elope with Rokusho, what do you say we get started and see if we can't get a little bit farther? And I will hold off on my lessons until then and see if I can't pass on some nuggets of wisdom I've been working on, I guess, or developing my understanding of during this whole ordeal of getting this dialogue right. So, in the meantime, Sush, you may begin your romantic getaway with battle-damaged Rokusho. Yes, I just assumed your crush as well as your gender. I need to find the other horn of that. I had that since that was brand new. And I am impressed with like child me's ability to keep it in good a good sort of condition. But there are some parts missing, admittedly. Oh no, what have you sent me already? Alright, let's see it. Mr. Lonely. Okay. I mean, you're not wrong, Sush, but... Ooh, my feelings. Way to call me out like that in the middle of stream. I can't even deny it. I can't skulk away. Ooh. Alright, now, let me see here. Ooh. A lot of eyelashes. Now, I've got my monster here, so we're going to kick into super serious mode instead of just the normal Coke fuel of every other episode. I hate when it throws soda back behind the tab. Oh, look at this crazy Rokusho. Okay, so we've already started just surrendering the stream over to the realm of Metabots. Holy Macintosh! They went over the thing with Chrome. That's awesome. That's how my guy should look. You know, no. You know what? He's the little tag along for this episode. I'm going to take him and just... Why don't we put our minds together? Nah. Why don't we put Rokusho here? Blammo. Oh my god, that looks... Yeah, it even has the PET model hands that like pop on when you take the armor. That is the exact one I have. They just painted it up really, really nice. Whoever did that has a real talent. Oh my god, that looks great. I want that. No, you know what I would like? That kit. Because I remember there were a bunch of them where it was like the PET that you take and like put all the meta parts on. But I'd love one of Kantaroth. Kantaroth was cool. Oh god, Beyblades, yes! Oh, this stream is brought to you by the 90s. I need the Jazz Cup with like the blue and purple swish in it. Got to fuel up on boomer juice, and then hopefully we can power through this. Because you see, I have congressional orders from the entire population of Lava that I have to get through this, at least to the end of this page today. Otherwise, they're going to be severely disappointed in me, and my position of their ambassador might just be revoked. I defeat all my Beyblade opponents and then do a default dance. 10-year-old Sush. I just want to imagine 10-year-old you flossing. It's harder to do in a chair than what it looks. I will never floss, Caleb. Well, your dentist would thank you if you did. Finger guns. I'll floss my teeth and that's it. Oh, the retractions. Sush flossing confirmed. If I wasn't mush of the mouth right now, maybe I could get through this. Again, keep notes. It will save your life. Hello, Meg. Excuse me. Too much potato. You are like my dad. Yes, the infinite stream, Dad. Please join me. Join my happy household of horror. Oh, and Sush has found Meg. Well, it's good to have you here, Meg. It wouldn't be quite the same without the prodigal daughter of Ireland. The source of all the spuds. Oh, I just tied it back. I thought Meg was Scottish. Irish. I knew it. She is the potato... Yeah, she is the potato exarch. She is the empress of starch. Hee potatoes. Fancy kid. Thank you. The Potato Megatron. Oh, yes. There we go. No, she's Potato Prime. 5 potatoes fused together. Fused to create Potatotron. Okay, yes. No, I'm loving this. Oh, I tried to deny it, but I'm too busy eating mashed potatoes. Oh, God. At some point, we're going to receive a formal worded complaint by the entire population of potato. Learn to read Sush speech. Wait a sec, you can't read Sush speech. She doesn't talk. She's a mute. Objection! But yeah, notes. Any idea, because you can always erase the idea or strike it if you don't like it, or draw an arrow where you think it should go later. But once you have the idea in your head, get it on paper so you can review it later and see how it fits into your book. I've been accumulating ideas for years. My 1 terabyte is almost full, and my ideas are amazing. Wow, Sush, humility seems to be one of your many talents. What do? Well, eventually you start writing them at some point, I'd assume, or your notes will just eventually amalgamate into one giant dictionary of a book. Tunes! Ah, the basement-dwelling editor himself. writing? Did you just assume my art? I'm starving. I keep you in fish heads. The only problem is apparently I didn't keep you in motor oil and your car exploded. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah. Nope, I kept him in the basement for too long, editing videos without pay. The fish heads weren't as good as they could have been. I should have breaded them. And when he found a set of car keys, he just bolted. He was somewhere in the Bahamas or Antarctic by the time I found him. It was just a mess. The vehicle was on fire. He had hostages. Sharing does not exist in Potato World, yeah. Cringe. Breaded fish heads. Ew. I live in the hurricane. Oh. Yeah. There was a huge controversy in Canada. Yeah, the fish head embargo. That's why I steered it away from Florida. Steered it. Okay. Oh god, just that spelling error. You know what that makes me think? Stir instead of stir. We got fur. There's a fire. God, I love that chick. What was it? The Ain't Nobody Got Time for That. It's the one remix where like the hotel was on fire. Boy, I'm congested today. Okay, I seem to be up to date on the notes front. Lord Jesus, there's a fire. Yes. Oh, yes. Meg remembers. Put you there. Worse than ever. There. Do that. So, let's see what we can do on the writing front. Cheryl? I bet she's related. I have no idea who that is. Cheryl. Oh, show, okay. Yes, I will show Meg the Chrome Metaforce Roku show. You know what? I'm going to check eBay right now during the stream. Shut up. Don't judge me. Shut up. I like eBay. The second I had a steady paycheck and access to a computer where I could just have my own computer and eBay at the same time, the paycheck went away. But I want to look right now. Metabots. Cantor. Cantoral. What's his name? I want to see if they have one of those model kits of Kantaroth. There's the tin pets. Oh, okay. Well, oh, it's on eBay. Oh, oh, the Chrome Rokusho. Hey guys, I'm going to do you a service and a favor. That exact Rokusho is on eBay. Oh. Dogs don't need to eat. I'm just pretty sure they just observe your happiness in nearby cat souls. Oh. 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 It's $80, but oh God, it's beautiful. Oh, good, sweet Jesus. Oh, Lord have mercy. And I'm gonna hunt up the Tin Pet one because I want to see if they have a Kantaroth. I like Metabee enough, but I really like Kantaroth. Right, Metabots, Tin Pet. This is the eBay stream. I'm sorry. Cyandog, Arc Beetle, Cyandog, Metabee. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on! Black Beetle? Really cool. Kind of awesome. Shut up. It's cool. I want Similodon. Oh, I was saying Cyandog, wasn't I? Really? 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 No Metabee either? Oh, I'm completely and totally disgusted. Oh. Oh. No, I'm sorry, the stream's ruined. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm retreating back to the population of lava where I belong. I can burn with the rest of the pork. Oh, I took a bender on eBay during the stream. Is a Metabee small child? You shut up! I wanted Kantaroth, and they don't even have Metabee on eBay. I want to have to check Amazon. Or buy the silver Rokusho, because... ooh, that's beautiful. Ooh. Oh yeah, I'll know you find it. Somehow, Meg has the unique ability to be able to find anything. There was like a song from the 20s I wanted to listen to, and I only know I only knew a little bit of it because I heard it playing on a piano in System Shock 2. It was that, and like that's all I could figure out of it. And Meg's just like, that's Me and the Man and the Moon by the Ambassadors. So I'm just like, and I was listening to it for quite a while afterwards. It's some kind of coyote power. Yes, it is. Just the best coyote power. Meanwhile, I'm over here just mind blow. That's why my forehead's so big. It's not because my hairline's receding. It's because Meg keeps blowing my mind, and the sheer force of it is just moving my scalp back my head. Eventually, my chin's going to be up here, and it's just going to be, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. God, I'm stupid. Too kind. I couldn't read. Hey Caleb, I couldn't read anything from the trailer, but I think I know what it's about. Yeah, I'm going to say fighting robots. But Meg, if you want to challenge yourself, there's these little models of Metabots where it has the tin pet underneath, and it's got like this armor that you just go like and stick onto the thing. And I always wanted to get more than one. I bought one for my friend at the time, Vance Thomas, for his birthday. And he put it together, and he has his models somewhere back in Pennsylvania. And I had Rokusho, but the store was always out of stock when I wanted to get them, or I didn't have enough allowance money to want to buy them. And I never ended up getting them, and they went off the market and childhood went away. But if you could find a Metabee Tin Pet Metabot model, or preferably Kantaroth, please send it my way so I can spend copious amounts of money on things I don't need. I want to feel like Ethan, where like I buy super expensive art supplies, and then like some sort of weird Christmas goblin leaves them at my friend's house. That's how I got half my good stuff outside of Prism Pencils. He comes over, he does a little bit of art, and he's just like, this is yours. Like he has that big rich energy where it's just like, here you go. I don't need it. I found this in a parking lot. It was only $200. And like anytime he leaves the house for like 15 minutes, I just like curl up and cry on the floor as my wallet just stares at me judgingly, going, "You never give me $200." How do you spell Kantaroth? Google, help me out here. Yeah, sure. Hang on, Sush. I know exactly how you spell it. It's spelled... no, yes, it's obvious. You should know this. It's spelled Kantaroth. Naturally, of course. Please don't blow up your car! I'm going to be insistent on that. Just this flaming wreck plows into the side of my house. Oh my goodness, yes. I'm still slowly recovering from Megaplex because I had a lot of fun there, bought a lot of food, spent a lot of money. Oh god, did I spend a lot of money. God, Uber is so... Oh my god, I know. Alright, let me see. Just gonna I don't think they made one. Oh, I don't think they made one. No. Oh. I'll settle with Metabee, but I won't be happy about it. Oh. We looked every... eBay, why do you do this to me? You build my hopes up and then you let me down. Why? I have to go into the Amazon, machete in hand, looking for the right... What? Is... Are you the right model? Yes, no, maybe so? Get out of here, Amazon. I am not shopping with you. You ain't even the right model. And yes, I cannot wait until after the stream to do this. This is very important for Metabots reasons, and I will thank you to hold your comments till the end of the tour. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Amazon, you're supposed to have that big dick energy. Your merchandise is really let me in the lurch here. Come on, man. Really? Really? God, that sucks. I get to be the Methuselah of the toy age because, like, I remember everything, and apparently it's like, no, it is lost to time. One of these days, I'm going to have to buy my own Christmas presents because, like, I'll put all my money of the year into Christmas, buying food and gifts for everybody. But one of these years, there's some stuff I'd like to get. For instance, a very, very early toy I got when I was very, very little was this, I don't know, 7-inch, 5-inch R2-D2 model. And I absolutely love it. The third leg pops in. It's got little doors that open, and somewhere scattered around here I have the actual little arms that you plug into it, where it has its little R2-D2 gadgets. Wherever they got off to. There's somewhere on my desk. And as much as I loved this, I don't know if this goes back to the last stream where I was talking about, like, I just love stuff that's pegged as the underdog, or like old broken stuff just feels like it has more character to me, or I'm naturally drawn to the derelict and defunct. But there was a version of this toy where it was R5-D4, and it didn't have the opening doors on it like this did, which is initially why I bought this one. And by I bought, I mean I had my parents bought because I was like 5. But I always wanted to have the R5-D4 too, because I always really liked R5-D4. And I found it on eBay, and I've sort of just been bouncing back and forth with my paychecks going, no, I better not. No, I better not. Oh, I better wouldn't. Oh, I shouldn't. And eventually one of these days I'm going to find myself, oh, I clicked buy it now. Guess it's destiny. But I would. I'd like to have that childhood closure where I can have all of them together, and I'm going to have to try and, like, take some time to want to retro-bright the body of R2 over there, because at some point it had got really badly smoke damaged, and I need a tissue because my face is trying to leave me. And Discord, because it said Digimon was the first Izeki. I don't know what Izeki is, and I'm really hoping I pronounced it correctly. Mirror on the wall. Do I have some funk hanging out my nose? No. I'm good. Everything is fine. Yes. That was all a part of the stream. Oh, while I'm up, where's the little R2-D2 arm? There it is! The one where I know where it is, the other 3 are lost somewhere to the annals of history. Izeki. Dies from lack of oxygen. Sush, we hardly knew ya. But yeah, it had these little compartments where you could just, like, open it up, and you take the little tiny arms and just plug them in here. And it's just, there you go. You got your little R2-D2 tools. He can spin his head around so he's looking down. Like, huge sci-fi nerd as a kid. I adored the original Star Wars. I adored Star Trek later in life, but if I'm perfectly honest, I really didn't discover Star Wars until, like, my late Star Trek until my late teens. Translation, Caleb. Caleb Y. Oh. Okay, hang on. Let's hear the entire population of the Orient condemn me. Oh, into French. Into French.
Caleb, pourquoi tu me fais ça? Caleb, pourquoi tu me fais ça?
I'm trying to listen to that, and all I hear is Caleb's a poor tin pisser. And I don't know what that is. Well, because I already know how to say it in English. I will press as many buttons as I want. That is the point of this stream. I push buttons and make a story. I am a simple man with a simple need to press buttons. You had one job. Yes, and it's to press buttons. And I am facilitating that through you. And now we get stone serious as we go back to typing the voice of reason here, preaching the values of sanity. This is the closest thing to my voice I found to be disappointed. Okay, so hang on. We have the robot Sush, which I must listen to it properly. Let's hear Cyber Sush, the Sushborg, as it was meant to be heard, instead of my apparent George Lucas level rewrites where I redid it.
Caleb, why are you doing this to me?
Ooh. Why are you doing this? If that's how you speak, I can see why you don't want to buy a mic.
Caleb, why are you doing this to me?
And for a comparison,
Caleb, why are you doing this to me?
I don't like hearing my computer pleading with me like that. That makes me sad. I don't even speak anymore. I just point to stuff for my roomie to grab it. The Princess of Poutine strikes again. I hate all of you. Just Sush on fire in some other dimension. I hate all of you. Well, we love you too, Sush. God, now that I know it's on eBay, I really want that Chrome Roku show. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. Kind of like it. Kind of like it a lot. Monster Energy. And one of the things I want to do, it's very difficult when you go through for long periods in writing where you don't consistently write, because you get into instances where you kind of don't remember that you've already said something, and you have many paragraphs grabbing the same story thread or the same nugget of a point you're wanting to make and just sort of rehashing it. So whenever you go a long period without writing, reread what you wrote. Many paragraphs backwards, so you can kind of work yourself back into where you were. Burp. Excuse me. I am summoning you to my dimension. Now you see, you've given me an ultimatum. I don't know what non-Euclidean hellscape that link is going to take me to. But on the other hand, I'm curious, because I'm wondering just how anime Sushland is. Chat, what do you say? Should I do it? Do I get summoned to the dimension of Sush? By the way, dimension is not the correct word for that. Scientifically speaking, dimension is a unit or a method in which you can move in space. What you're talking about is a plane of existence or reality. Dimension is just the way you can move within space. Your semi-Euclidean brains just can't process it. I like a challenge. Hey, do it. Okay. Well, if the trapped basement editor Palpatine says so, I'm just going to put on my Time Lord ring, so I have +5 protection to non-Euclidean Sush horrors and defense against the Eldritch. Let's take a look here. Nine seconds. What? I believe I've been bamboozled. I'm kind of let down that that's all Sushland is. I was expecting something a lot more intense. Not a literal child sacrifice. I have been sent to the Shadow Realm. Well, Sush, the joke's on you. I came prepared with a flashlight. Ha 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 ha! Sush has le fine taste. Ooh, stomach, stop it. Oh yes, I learned a valuable lesson thanks to Meg on Twitter. Don't drink a lot of green tea in one setting, ever. Ever, ever, never for never, ever. Don't. Just don't. Choose life, man. Don't. People love you. Yeah, I have a pretty big thermos, and I slammed it one afternoon about 2 nights ago. My stomach's been growling and gurgling ever since, and I'm pretty sure at least 70% of my skeletal structure has been banished from tournaments within my body. Alright, let me see. A gallon of kombucha. I don't know, that's some LAB stuff, and I'm pretty sure we would manage to send him to the Shadow Realm if we did that. I gotta go to the hospital. God, I'd love to meet LA Beast. He is... I don't know why, but in the early days of my diet, when like I was having the worst time actually getting through the days on such low calories, I got to this point where like every afternoon I just sit and watch like 5 LA Beast episodes. What's matcha? That's what kombucha is. Yeah, no, I don't think they made Kantaroth into a Tin Pet figure either, which is sad. But at the same time, 3D printing is a thing. So if I can get a Tin Pet, one of the actual real Tin Pets, and just like beg someone to do the 3D modeling and throw handfuls of money at them to do said modeling to scale, and then have it all printed out, I can make my one-of-a-kind little Kantaroth model, and I can be happy. to the last drop because you're $2.40 a can. Alright, well, I hope all of you got a good look of the hair on my chinny chin chin. Now let's see if we can actually do some writing this episode. It's more like alcohol. My brain runs on potato, and right now it's vodka. Oh God, no, she's gone from the prodigal daughter of Ireland to the prodigal daughter of Russia. These Boris. Which reminds me, eventually one of these days I'm going to get back into doing cooking videos for my YouTube channel. Given the situation right now with Ethan, who is taking up the challenge of actually going into art school and like honing his talent in college, time no longer allows for me to abuse his skills in editing. So I'm going to try and stockpile up some videos ahead of time and either learn to do some video, or not either, in tandem, learn to do some video editing myself and get the unfinished projects from him and try and get my other editor friend to want to help me out and just stockpile a bunch of videos leading into next year so I can kind of maintain a more active schedule and kind of broaden out what it is I do, because I'd like to do more on my channel and I'd like to get more of a swing of things for my channel, and in order to do that I think having stockpiled content will definitely help. I'll try to make a swoosh chain to quench this fire. Sorry, tea is all I had. Hey, tea's just fine. We were just talking about kombucha. Alright, well, anyway, I will be right back. I'm going to take this out to the recycling pit and think about what to write next. Walking, physicality, fresh air, these are all good things that you need in order to write. I know it might seem best to sit at the computer the entire time and force yourself and batter yourself to see if you can't make words fly out of your hands, but it's better sometimes just to get up and take a walk. Hello, friends. Lulz just saying. Please, instead of buckets of water, maybe California would still exist. Alright, honestly, that car scenario was just the tipping point. Now that I got my license renewed, my car fixed, and sending. Oh well, I don't want to pile onto your busy schedule, Ethan. Like I'm not dumping on you in stream. I'm celebrating and paragoning your pursuit into college because you know you're good at this. This is something you're good at. Live your dream, man. If you do in life what you love doing, then you'll do living. Or excuse me, you'll love living. You'll do living. This is why I don't make inspirational quotes for people. It always ends up getting shooed from my mouth in like a big barrel of play. But no, if you do what you love to in life, then you love living. And if you're really good at it, if you really excel in it, and from what I've seen, your dedication is nothing short of admirable. I like that comic book cover you were doing. So throw yourself into it. Do your best. I will find the time to learn to edit myself or have someone else help. So don't try and like bend your schedule around me. I love your editing work. You're fantastic as an editor. But I don't want to benefit by making you suffer in your studies. That stuff's expensive enough. I don't want you to waste it yet. So can we get one singular clap for Ethan in the chat? Just like that. One clap for Ethan. Claps for hashtag clap for hashtag one clap for Ethan. I think between all three of us, we'll give him a good little bit of applause. Oh, Jacob's joined. Hey, Jacob. Now, the big question is the stream going to work for him, or is it going to be choppy to the point that he can't hear anything? Sush pulls out a clap scepter. Sush. Oh, God, she's talking to Jacob in his native tongue. Hey, we've got animated stuff. Oh, everybody's leaving the chat. There is too much clapping. There's too much celebration going on. The stream needed to air out. Okay, let's erase all of this and see what we can do. Let's see. Another thing I like to do, since I do art on top of the stream and everything, on top of writing, what I like to do is, and this might work for you too, you'd be surprised how much it helps having a visual representation. I'll draw out scenes or characters or species so I have a visual aid so I can look to it, you know, just like that. You know, look at it to a point where you make it unsettled. And then take what you glean from looking at it, and then transfer it over into writing. So when you're writing the descriptions of the thing, you can tangibly see it, and you don't have to kind of balance everything and roll it around in your I'm going to ignore that I saw Jacob type that. You don't have to roll it around all in your head and try and balance out all the details when you're trying to write it. You sort of prepare ahead of time before the writing, and you have something there tangible to want to describe. So, Jacob says, why is Caleb cosplaying Review Bra? Sush says, when is he not? I say Sush, you're not helping. I dress like this on the daily. I went to work like this today, ahead of time, so I didn't have to get dressed for the stream. I dress like this in public. And if and when I get more money, eventually I am going to kick up the diversity, the appearance of the Written Wednesday series, the lineup, by getting more wardrobes and outfits to want to try. Well, I'll make sure you can not ignore me. Yeah, no, that's pretty difficult. But he is so fancy. What are you shipping? Oh, you're a funny man. Big funny man. Sush, I am going to Thanos your chat out of existence. And Jacob here roasting me. We've got the official Bophibian air filter hissing Arthur noise. Good on you. Good on you. I know where you live. Oh, and recently I put all my review stuff. My review stuff, excuse me. My writing stuff in manila folders for the sake of convenience. So I can just pull up all the material I need for writing. And again, I've always written better having some sodas to one side of me and a bunch of drawings to the other side. The more you can do, the more you know that helps you. Do it in advance. Help yourself. There's no need to really try and challenge write. The point is to just write. There's a sentence in what I've just written right now, or within the last 36 hours, that I don't like, but I went on past it because it helped just to get the ideas out of my head instead of fiddling with one sentence trying to get it perfect and letting entire paragraphs slip free from my mind. There's something to be said for the idea that if you're having a hard time writing, there's probably something wrong with the sentence before it. And while I don't like to use that as an operational principle for a lot of my writing, I've discovered that a lot of the time going back and reading it, I'll want to change a sentence or take a sentence out or give dialogue to a different character, and it helps the flow, and I'll hit my momentum and just flow through the rest of the paragraph. I don't like considering it as a tool to want to go to as like a general rule, because again, everybody writes differently and every situation is different. But in practice, going back and reading over what you've done does help. That said, there is a great benefit in just getting the ideas in your head out and going back later to work on. If I swear to God, if we're going to start bringing up, bringing up your guys. Yep, the momentum of everything. Yeah, no. One of these streams, I'm going to drag you kicking and screaming into call. And one of the Written Wednesday things is we're going to take time, just the usual 3 hours of the stream, to appreciate the work and the writing you've done, and watch you squirm in embarrassment because you don't like talking in front of people and you refuse to admit you're a literal freaking genius. Mark my words, it will happen. Oh, it will happen. You'll wake up in the basement beside Ethan with a shared bucket of fish heads between you. And then the microphone will turn on. And you will hear those condemning words of, "Hello, members of the viewing public. Today we have a special guest host for Written Wednesday." I don't mind, LOL. I'm afraid of ID stealing. I love talking about... Well, yeah, no, that's something I've noticed about... No! You're having uwu privileges revoked. I am Thanosing you right now. No, I did not click that! Sush, save your last uwu from being destroyed. This sounds like Dead Man. Ethan, you're getting the Thanos banning too? Because we do not uwu in Dead Man Wonderland. In fact, the appropriate noise is, oh no. Because everything is horrible and painful. Okay, I think I just got 8-bit uwu'd, but we'll need some processing time on that one. Okay, now put this image here. And I wrote down the name. Again, notes. They are a lifesaver. I don't normally commit to like this idea for certain because I know it's a very idiosyncratic process writing. Notes will save your life. Just have paper on hand or a video or a camera or something and write it down. You can always go back to it later. Here we go. Switch you over. Ignore all of my cursed memes. I will check them out after the stream. I just want to make it to the end of the page by 9 before Classic Gidge, same classic taste, and Arctic Gidge come in here and throw me out of my room to have access to my Xbox to either play Skyrim or Minecraft, because it's always either Skyrim or Minecraft. It's alright. Having 8-bit flashbacks. And driving me to drinking. I've got a serious Coke addiction now. So no, Sush, you are not defeated. It is but a pleasure deferred. Oh, yeah, Meg, by the way, the reason you are a lifesaver is because you've helped explain what was going on last night, because I was in a call with Skype Guy before going to bed before work, when all of a sudden Dorian decided to make a quick pit stop into Florida, specifically within my stomach, and I had to run off mid-call and just leave him hanging for like 15 minutes, and I didn't know what had gone wrong in my stomach. And thanks to you, I kind of now know what it was. That much green tea in one sitting is kind of a smooth brain thing to do. You know, I just thought like, it must have been something I ate. Caleb, the Yanni on sugar. That wouldn't be momentum. That'd be a damn tidal wave. They'd be going door to door to get people flowing with the momentum. If something isn't fun, it must be destroyed. That sounds like a quote from like some big anime Toyland villain or something, where they're in someone's like imagination magical realm or something like that, and it's like a tragic story where it's like, oh, they didn't get to be a kid, they had an abusive parent and a bad school life, and they retreated into a magical wonderland of make-believe and then started killing people. Well, it is always fun having you. Thank you very much for joining me, Meg. And I'm pretty sure that you spiked one of my drinks either with vodka or just pure cocaine, because I am on tonight. There's much energy. Oh my god, Caleb, I'm dying, LOL. The Anime Imagination Toyland. I'm telling you, it's not that hard to come up with anime plots. And then they started killing people, as you do. As you do! Yes, potato juice. The source of all Irish power. And I actually do have Irish in these veins. Irish, German, and Native American. I am a drinking problem waiting to happen. It is a good thing I discovered diet sodas instead of alcohol, otherwise I would be dead. Years ago. In a single sitting. Dude, Caleb, do you want me to come up with anime plots? Dude, you have nothing compared to my big anime game. I can out-anime plotline you and create an infinite tier, like an infinite fleet of shit tier animes that would clog all the networks and get reviews from all the critics. Excuse me. You need to do the 23andMe genetic test to see what your... No, because I'm pretty sure at this point my genetic test will just come back like 95% green tea, 2% Monster Energy, 3% something. Oh, anime plots. Halo fandom can do that better. Yes, because they have no imagination, no creativity, and they just steal all their ideas from Google Images. I am spitting those sick fires with my angry little clickety pen tonight. Attack on Titan, please. I could easily come up with 100 Attack on Titans. Like, when it comes to surreal and stuff that makes absolutely no sense, I could come up with a bunch of pretentious sounding garbage. Just ask Jacob. The weird, like, spur of the moment 3 a.m. idea of like, oh, I'm thinking to make this seem more alien and more futuristic. I'm going to say they evolved past electronics and they use some sort of new thing. Jacob knows what happens when I go off the deep end. I could be the best-selling, most prolific anime writer ever born. All I need is like 6 Monster Energies in one setting and to put my head in a revolving glass door, and I will have all sorts of stuff that, to me at the time, sounds absolutely amazing. There's a super intense underground world building plot in Snock. What is Snock, though? Attack on Titan mixes the fears ingrained in the imaginary of both Americans and Japanese sensibilities. It mixes the kaiju genre and the zombie. Yeah, it does, and it has a lot of body horror in it too. It's like, it's kind of like a restrained Giger painting. It's absurd nonsense. Herder, Caleb. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to write a fantasy story, and Herder is going to be the greatest character everybody loves, and then you're going to feel ridiculous because you created that and you get none of the royalties. So, oh, the Shingeki no Kyoju or something like that. No, all them getting destroyed and blown up and gored and killed, and it shows like the close-ups on everybody all like mangled and terrible and wrapped around tree limbs. I'd say it's body horror. And then it must that one where like he's got like a big pair of hooker lips on his hand and like an eyeball somewhere. Eren Gigre. Okay. Now, focus! Get this page done before 9 o'clock. I need all the power of all 4 of my brain cells all at once! Because I had to shed all the other brain cells for dieting to lose weight. Because I have a great big fat head. Come on, boys. You're working overtime tonight. I hear Mom coughing in the other room and laughing. I think they can hear me through the wall. Did you even what? A little bit, some bits and pieces of it, and then I know you had me watch a scene of it where like they're going through the woods trying to outflank and out tactic that lady, whatever you call it, thing, monster, thing, kaiju, meaty person. Here's my anime summary for you. I will bite you. Okay, confirmed, Sush, you just confessed that you are one of the Attack on Titan meaty people. Sush has gone from the nudist, the noodle, to big meaty Sush. Meat Sush. Beef lady. Beef poutine. I love that chrome though. I gotta stop looking at that and focus. Yes, the meatmongers, the Titans. Sorry to do this to you, buddy. I need to focus. What? What? Well, oh, it made the page a lot bigger. There's a lot more that needs to be written now. Oh. Oh. The kebab mongers, yes. You guys are the kebablings, they're the kebab maximums. Named patent pending. You write, I'll go program or something. Program me a script that will just jab me in the side of the temple with a pointed stick until unless my hands aren't typing on a keyboard. And then I'll learn how to circumvent it by just going. Le bookworm, sacre bleu. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I think I just killed Sush with my melting of the face, terrible pseudo-French. I'm so happy you could be here. Michael Reeves did it. Katie, everybody loves everybody. This is a big happy stream, makes me happy. Okay, oh, for sanity's sake, old man, I'm good. As. Screaming goat noise. Okay, what is this?
I will eat you, you French manger.
Mongy? you French mongy? All right, let's hear it in actual French.
Je vais te manger, vous Français.
It's rather terse. A false burger. A burger imposter. Oh no. Oh, say it isn't so. Not the imposter. Wait. Would an imposter burger be a hot dog? Because it's trying very, very hard to be a burger. It is a meat thing in a bun with cheese, ketchup, and mustard. I think we've uncovered the greatest conspiracy of this generation. The hot dog itself, the noble Frankfurter, is in fact the imposter burger. I think it'll be a veggie burger. No, that's like the hamburger's vegan cousin that it just sort of puts up with because like it's fallen on some rough times because it can't keep a job. To real good burger. Yes, I am the avatar of thirst. Look at my water glass right here, untouched during the stream. I should probably have some water. Look at this monster. I can hide behind this monster. I drink at least 5 of these a day, easily. I am just nothing but thirst. And I'm not doing that to show off. I'm just thirsty. I think water would help right now. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm steam driven. I swear. I need water to keep the pressure up in the boilers. All of that is just shunted to my immense boiler-sized head. Smoke billowing from my ears, nostrils, and the corners of my mouth as fingers type slowly, as you do with steam-powered mechanisms. And slowly ideas come flying out of the furnace. I feel like I've been hearing a camel chug. I don't know what to make of that because I can't exactly dispute that immediately. Sush provides the caption. When you've been with your lover for 6 months and the furthest you've done is holding hands, I am nothing but thirst. Caleb, 2019. I walked into that one. Thank you, Katie. I'd prefer you not. Oh no. What did... Listen to this. Alright. Oh, and remember, always good practice, save and save often. Listen to this while you write. Oh! I did get a copy... Or not a copy strike. It's just like they claimed the video. But remember a few streams ago when I was playing that Pot and Kettle song? Little 37 subscriber having me got spotted out by the algorithm and, hey, stop that. You could be earning money for these people. I mean, okay. I have 2 views maximum on all my my written Wednesday videos. But okay. Alright, the most mysterious song on the internet. Full versions found. Now watch, I'm gonna get copy struck by the person who originally uploaded this. I'll listen to that later, so I don't get annihilated and whipped by YouTube. I have a very minuscule amount of subscribers. If YouTube decided to smite me off the face of the platform, I couldn't do much. Oh my god, yes, I love the Knuckle Up song. I've been listening to that all day today. All my videos combined. You're ad-libbing for that last part. Some of them get 5. Literally no one copy strikes it. Ladies and gentlemen, Guild 225 has found their theme song. Yeah, let's be real, the Golden Age isn't... Yeah, but well, hopefully undoubtedly there's going to be a second Golden Age on the horizon, just like there was for TV. This is no different than when TV was a thing. Advertisers throwing their weight around and not understanding a new medium. They'll learn eventually when more millennials get involved and less boomers are in charge of the market. We'll stabilize. I get load of views. They're just not online. Because you have a beautiful mind to go with your beautiful personality and beautiful face. I got chickens viewing me, the cat, the dog, all kinds of followers. Yeah, you had suggested that the other week, and I might go with Guild 2. No, it was for the name for my channel, because I think the name for my channel is still like put name here. No! I do not support such gross lies in my stream. It is not Bieber. You are banished. Burn the beaver. Yes. Hiss in Deathmonger. This is why Jacob likes, by the way. It's because of his hate speech. Yes, Sush, that is exactly it. I just came here to stream and have a good time, and I'm feeling really, really discriminated against, really attacked right now. I'm uncomfortable, and Jacob, I think you should leave. I'm sorry, you've been voted off the island. I just cannot put up with such egregious mistruths and buzzword. Ooh! Ah! Thank you, Katie. I love the name drops of the species. My ideas have staying power. Somebody cares. Bieber is so screwed up, he'd be rejected by even the Gorobod. Go back to your space. Go back to your safe space, Steam Lord. I would, but the shuttlecraft isn't here yet, and the transporter beam scares me. Because I've never fully understood whether or not it is a clone of me being sent there and the real me is just atomized and thrown across the universe, or if I'm just being blown up at an atomic scale and reassembled somewhere else. I don't like it. If the Gorobod don't want you, it's like the vultures turning you away from the carcass. Even TMZ refuses to harass Bieber. Well, yeah, there's no fun in it. He does it himself. That's how uninteresting he is. I did like his pompadour he was doing for a while, and if he'd clean up his act and not be a little smeghead, I'm sure he'd be fine. I don't listen to his music, but fine. Let him do his thing. Just stop being a little expletive. Even the Medeans thinks he's horrible. The Medeans would think he was basic. Gotta go, guys. Bye, guys. Yeah, you take your Bieber-loving hate speech out of here. Have a nice night, Jacob. I always want to say Skype guy. Goodbye forever. Banished. But no, it's always a pleasure having you. Thank you for showing up and jabbing me with angry little needles and stirring the pot. Your purple contraband operation. Yeah, little did we know that Susha's presence in the stream was all part of her skooma smuggling operation. Jacob bounced back in here. Medeans are an original species of my... Oh no, he's... Before I go... They're an original species of mine. Eventually you will see a colored picture of them. Have this. Let's see what this is. Load, please. Oprah. Oh, I know what this is. This is the Magnus Opus of of Jacob. Have this. Gives us the Oprah bees and ducks away. Those poor people. Alright. Brain time. But yeah, I have a bunch of partially finished drawings of like at least 40% of all my species. The Medeans are one of them, and one of the ones I'm going to have appearing right now, let me just open up OBS so I can try and frame this. They're called the Narganog. Chubby belly. He's bald. They are just naturally bald. They are born with the Picard hairdo. Make it so. Copyright strike Caleb. What is with that melon? Eat big. Indian Power Rangers. I want to know. Teach me. This is the weirdest striptease, Caleb. Well, I'll make it up to you. Ba 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 ba. If you ever wanted to know what Sasquatch looked like without a shirt on, you've come to the right place. Send that to me on Discord, because I will check it out after the stream. Excuse me. I know I saw a parody once. It's like the Indian Doctor Who. And the funny thing was, it really felt like it captured the spirit of the old Doctor Who in a way. Like the cinematography and the way the scenes worked, the gags, it was all there, which just made it all the funnier for as weird as it was. Oh, Tunuk. Oh, yes, yes. Oh my God, yes. Oh, I've listened to that so many times. Okay, yes. You know what? No, I'm going to do it. Copyright me if you dare, India. But please don't send the T-Series Mafia after me. I would prefer not to be slain. That's what I should have been playing during the striptease of the aliens, the Narganog. Okay, that's more messages below. Here we go. Do it, Caleb. All right. Embrace destiny, ladies and gentlemen. And the 4 brain cells left within my head. I wonder, what happens if you speed it up? I feel like I've unlocked some kind of cheat code. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. I'm having a stroke. I think we better stop that. I have been given a power that no mere mortal should ever possess. Yeah, we're going to stop that. I'm just going to take these headphones off and burn them. That was a mistake. I don't know if YouTube sped it up for the stream or if it was just playing at regular speed, but I've had a spiritual awakening. Yeah, no, we're gonna lose the jacket for that one. That's I have officially seen too much. I have grown world weary. There are some parts of the world I was not ready to see. Some far corners of the mindscape that I was not yet ready to wander. Dollar Mahindi, dollar Mahindi, dollar Mahindi, dollar Mahindi. Sounds like quite the roster. I think Jack thinks he could beat Thanos as well. Oh, my neck. Seriously, I've got tears in my eyes. I am incapable of coherent speech due to laughter. Oh, you sound like me a couple streams ago. For Caleb suffering from the after effects of an auroral stroke. I literally looked up that one Indian song. Oh, I'm not getting a lot of work done, but I am having a lot of fun this stream, and I thank you very much for being here with me, everybody. When you enter a game but everybody picks the same character, the comments are amazing. I'd like to just be the one guy on mic going, Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Not an auroral stroke, an acoustic stroke. Let me see. Stop it, dyslexia. Now, for the first time to spell this and to make my spell check cry. Excuse me. The acoustics of my car horn's a little deep. Narg. When Caleb burps, he sounds like the Roadrunner. Yeah, maybe if the Roadrunner was possessed by the devil himself, just shows up behind the Wile and shanks him or something. It's like the Barry White of the Roadrunners. Brain, would you please work? Super deep voice. Meep meep yo. No, if it's the Barry White, it would be. And if it was awkward and very pasty sounding, it would be the iced tea of the Roadrunner. Forever and ever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Apparatus is a fun word that doesn't nearly get used enough. I've heard plenty of his music in different movies over the years. Yeah, I will confess I know him primarily because of The Simpsons, because one of the episodes of The Simpsons I have recorded on VHS tape is the snake whacking episode. Dumbfounded and irritated. My feelings 100-fold this week. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's the feelings of Sush every time I have one of these streams. I just found my brain on YouTube. God, you guys must have a lot to catch up on. It's been years since you've seen each other. I lost it so long ago. I'm glad I found it. Yeah, no, I'm glad we're making the same joke here. We're on the same wavelength. Yeah, no, I'm over here. Sush Dumbo, small brain. Me, big boy, smart, big brain. And then we proceed to make the same joke. It goes to show that fantastic IQ in action. Yeah, nice try, Caleb. Yeah, no, I walked right into your trap card. I'm better at self-deprecation. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know the Tanuk Ton. Whenever you can use it in a role play, like if you have an actually crazy person chasing after someone, it makes writing that scene so much more fun. And there's writing tip number for the rest of you guys. Be it for the chat, be it for anyone of the 2 people who watch these on YouTube. Always try and find fitting music to want to try and build yourself up, because just having a good backing track, if you can write through music you're familiar with and not get distracted, really helps create a more cinematic space to want to be writing in. Oh, God, yes, Benny Hill. Oh, that was the song Yakety Sax. All right, 18 seconds. My little escapees from a glue factory. Sush, that is far too happy and far too energetic to be you. And apparently listening to the theme song of the Little Horses turns me into Dr. Zachary Smith. You mechanical ninny! I love the 60s. Lost in Space, by the way. I'm just gonna project that to you guys in case you didn't notice. And unless I hear a grown man say, "You bubble-headed Bobby," at least 16 times a day within rapid succession in the span of 30 minutes, I am not fulfilled in my day. If you could find a video of a child in an anime t-shirt singing "Darkness imprisoning me" while programming is happening in the background, I think we have summed up the Sush brain condition. Excuse me. A thunderous roar escaped the writer's lips as he did everything but write. No. No. No, I refute thee. I am not. I repeat, I am not going to listen to a metal cover of the Little Pony theme song. No, I shall not. Sush, by order of the United States Constitution, I declare this an act of war unprovoked and a war crime. I am thereby removing it from the chat, as by ordinance of the Geneva Convention. Okay, so apparently Le Bookworm is taking the position of Braveheart in the spelling of "ye canna make me." And I am inclined to agree. You cannot make me! But apparently voice cracking, I can make me. No. Bring out your dad. No. No, I need those brain cells in there to want to pad up and keep the rafters from falling down. Otherwise, my head will get flat on the top. The plague is upon us. I don't know why I'm sounding like I'm from the Beatles. Do it. I can't make you, but I can reward you. Sush, there is not enough meta parts in all the world to reward me for enduring that. Especially not on stream, because I don't want to get a message in the weeks later when I upload this of some pony thing smiting my YouTube channel saying, "Nuh-uh, you can't do that." Well, I don't think they have fingers. It would just be more of a big fake hoof thing shaking back and forth going, eh. Are all the little horses paraplegic? They don't have hooves. I just realized they have little Powerpuff Girl nubbins. But like bell-bottom versions of them. Okay, full disclosure, I used to like the Powerpuff Girls when I was a kid. That would be like my weekend. I'd get home from school on Friday, we'd cook up a Tony's Pizza, I'd wait for Cartoon Friday, and I would enjoy the show. I remember I enjoyed the movie too when Mojo Jojo first showed up and was basically Mojo Jojo. And I have nothing but the most absolute respect in the world for that voice actor to be able to go through and just like get everything down at that speed. And one of my favorite lines is when he's going through his day and he goes, "But first, I must clean up the..." hang on, I want to see how... I want to try and get this. He goes, "But first, I must clean the dishes that I have soiled with the food that I have just made." All in one take. And it's just like, bam! I don't know how he functions, but whatever he's on, I want it. That's... not the right word. Go for buffalo or deer. Now, Katie, that's just cruel. She lives in Canada. She does not know the glory of the majestic American buffalo. Eats Twilight Sparkle. I'm pretty sure you'll get diabetes, Sushi. You better wouldn't. Just let it live. Let it do its thing. Observe nature. Observe Technicolor. And be on your way. Just let it do its thing. Now, I believe I'm going to end the stream here for tonight because I'm trying to think of the right word for this scene. And secondly, that green tea is coming back around, and oh dear goodness, I think tonight's the night I'm going to die. So, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure serving with you. I'm going to go get my violin and begin playing Nearer, My God, to Thee, because I think this is my symphony for my end. The galaxy will sing me into eternity, so I will see you maybe next Wednesday if the regeneration goes successfully and I've not regenerated into a different incarnation who just says, you know what, screw writing, I want to have a social life. So, thank you very much for joining me. It's a pleasure as always, and I will see you next week for the next installment of Written Wednesday. Thank you very much, and goodbye.